What's going on, people? KG is back with another video, back with a match preview ahead of the game against Plymouth Argyle. It's definitely the last international break of the year. I know I said that before, the last international break, but this is definitely the last one of 2023. So then after all that, it's all systems go. But for me, it's very important that we end this good period with 3 points against Plymouth in what should be a routine win at home. Will it be? We'll find out. Before I get into the preview, please hit a like on the video, subscribe if you haven't subscribed, and of course, drop your comments and score predictions below. Thank you to Karen Curtin and John Abbott for the super thanks on the last video. Much appreciated. And thank you to Carl Howe, who's become a member of the channel recently. Memberships are in the description, as I say. Big help to me and the channel, and it makes all the difference. So thank you to the new and existing members. Much love. Now, this game here, as I said, it should be routine, and that's the way I'm feeling. And as a fan, as a Leeds fan, I should feel that way. But there's always that little doubt in your mind where it's like, we've just beaten Leicester away. It would be very Leedsy to lose this game at home against a team that is not traveling very well. But I'm believing in this lot. I'm believing this lot. I'm not going to give my score prediction yet, but I do think we'll be okay. Now, listen, we've had good news and we've had a bit of bad news. So, you know what? Let's start with the good news first. Why don't we do that? And that is, there was a question. I mean, I did the video on Joe Rodon and if he should stay. And a lot of you, well, overwhelming majority of you want him to stay. Now, there was a pause, obviously, with that chaotic game in the Chelsea Spurs game where Romero's out for 3 games. Van der Ven's picked up an injury. They don't know the extent of that. And a few viewers asking, will Joe Rodon be recalled? Is it possible that he gets recalled? Well, Daniel Farke today confirms he will stay with us. He's an important player in my plans. It's important that we have stability and not uncertainty, so he will stay with us. I'm happy with his development. He has been brilliant, and that's putting it lightly. He's been excellent. But that should, quell that question. Obviously, if there was a recall clause, I don't think Daniel Farke would come out and say that at this point. We've already had this before where the club said that we are in control of transfers and then we proceed to lose players on deadline day in the summer. So I don't think if there was a recall clause, I don't think he'd come out and say it. So I think everyone is safe to assume Joe Rodon will be here for the foreseeable future and hopefully beyond. But on the flip note of that, his defensive partner, Pascal Struijk, has been ruled out with a hernia injury. Double hernia at that as well. He's been to London for surgery. No exact time frame here with Popey's comments here, which is a blow, because with everything Pascal, he's somebody that has, blossomed with Joe Rodon there this season. It looks like he's getting his game back at this level, but it's unfortunate now because Charlie Creswell, as you can see there, he will be missing due to personal reasons. Hopefully he's good with whatever that is. So it looks like, even though Danny Farke didn't commit to saying Liam Cooper's going to start, it looks like it may be Liam Cooper and Rodon to start this game. Now, I mean, Leo Yildiz still here. I don't know if Yildiz fit or not. He's not in the injury list, but he hasn't trusted him since that Cardiff game. I think that's been pretty evident. When he decided to throw on Cody Drama at left back instead of Yelder in that game. But it just means that there's a little bit of a defensive shuffle that is needed. And for me, it takes out the stability of that defense straight away. And I know this is Plymouth, but this isn't going to be a Plymouth team that will come to Elland Road and sit back. I don't believe they will do that. They've been shipping a lot of goals away, but they're still playing with that freedom, which Daniel Farke alluded to today, which means that it's not going to be like that game where Liam Cooper stepped in and we had most of the ball and were hardly troubled. I think Plymouth might cause us a couple of problems. So he's going to have to be alert. He's going to have to do his job, not get caught out of position and everything else like that. We'll see what happens there. But obviously missing Pascal Struijk is a blow. Hopefully it's not too long, but obviously with a double hernia operation, there's no time frame as of right now. So it's going to be something to monitor over the next few weeks and months. And maybe we will have to dip into the January window and get another centre back. It might have to happen. But yeah, so that's the bad news when it comes to Pascal. Bamford has been ill. He's only done light training, so I don't think he will feature too much. Gelhand is out with a hand injury. Shackleton's glutes a hurting. That's his buttocks. I think that's what they call it. But yes, he's got a glute injury. And Spence is looking on track to come back after the international break. Dallas is not even in team training anymore. He's still out. So there you go with that kind of injury team news. Danny Farker was saying as well, and this is where Danny Farker's talking on a professional level. This is not just another day at the office. We have to go in with that attitude that we have no chance of the points. We all have to create the atmosphere, the ticket office, the man who sells burger, that this is our fortress, of course, because we still haven't been beaten at home. That's why it just feels, doesn't it? You can just see it, can't you? We've been dominant all game. Plymouth don't travel very well. Last minute, Plymouth 1-0 win, but I know that's in the back of a lot of people's mind, but I don't see it that way this time. But Daniel Farke is right. They do have to go into this game thinking that this is as tough as Leicester. Once you take one foot off the gas, these kind of teams will hurt you. And Danny Farke is very aware. So that is good to hear. It sounds like everyone is dialed in. Beautiful to hear. Let's see that result come on Saturday. He wasn't talking about any transfer news today, which I'm happy about. He did seem kind of miffed that the question even came up. He's trying to keep he's been talking about the dressing room harmony and everything else like that being great, everyone working for each other. I don't think he really appreciated the question of a transfer story. So he just killed that off. And this is what I mean. He wasn't committing to Cooper for Stroud, but I just don't see any other option. But here he said, I never talk about the starting lineup, but I show my appreciation for Liam. He has unbelievable experience for this game. Unbelievable experience. For this game, I think we have to be more spot on than the Leicester game. It's important to avoid complacency after the praise for the win at Leicester City. And he's absolutely right. And there was a funny line he mentioned, which I didn't want to forget about Pascal, in what he joked about with Pascal saying that he was playing better at 80% this season than 100% last season. I thought that's tremendous. I thought that's real, that's a man that recognizes that the player wasn't great last year, but he's saying, look, you've stepped up this season, and even though you're not fully healthy, which he hasn't been apparently for a while, you've been much better this season. And yes, I know everyone's going to say difference in leagues. It's true. Definitely a big gulf in the Premier League to the Championship, but I thought that was a funny line, people. I thought that was a funny line. So yeah, that's the news. There's not really much else there. We'll talk about now the positions in the league. Obviously, we are third. Ipswich Town, as I've mentioned in the previous video, they've drawn the last two, and you're thinking, are the not the wheels starting to come off, but is that adrenaline from getting promoted to the championship starting to wear off a little? We'll see in the next over the next few weeks. But now it's on us to keep up the pressure. 28 points. I fully expect that to be in the 30s after this game's finished. We're in a good run of form, just one defeat in 5. Now we go down to Plymouth. They are down in 19th place. They've done pretty well since coming up, but look at that, 1 win in 5. And with us being at home, with it being Elland Road, I expect us to take charge of this game. I don't think Plymouth are going to play the low block. Maybe it will be a medium block at times, but I do expect us to hold the fort and for Leeds United to get the victory. I'm going to say now, and I did have a score prediction before the news came out, but I've changed it since, just because I think we'll win this game 3-1. So please feel free to put your score predictions in the comments below. Very interested to hear what you think is going to happen in lieu of the team news. I just feel that we'll still have, Struijk is out, okay, but we still got Glenn Kamara to play. We still got Jorginho Rutter. We still got Joe Perot, who I'm bagging on scoring this one. I'm betting he's going to score in this game, people. He's going to break the goalless drought, and he will score against Plymouth. And we've also got Crysencio Summerville. And I just want to have a quick word on Crysencio Summerville, who's made comments this week about wanting to take Leeds United up. And I love hearing that kind of stuff. I do. But the real test will be in January. I do believe him, by the way. I think he's got all the intention of staying. But it's just that the clubs he's being linked with, I would say it too. But if for whatever reason, a unbelievable team comes in for him in January, then it's going to be hard for everyone to say no, I'm afraid. But I do believe he will stay. I do. I said that before, though. I do think Summerville will be here to stay, and I absolutely would keep him in the Premier League. That it goes without saying. I thought he was good for us last year. Just didn't get enough chances, whereas other people got chance after chance after chance. We don't need to name names, but I did like hearing what he was saying there. It sounded very sincere. Loves the fans, loves the club. He wants to take Leeds United back to the Premier League. I think he recognizes now he is the man. Like he is one of the first on the team sheet. He recognizes that. He loves that kind of expectation. He loves that. I love to see the growth. He was talking about as well, mentoring Jorginho Rutter. The guy, it's always funny. You always I've quelled the stories on here before, but people didn't they don't want to believe it, and for whatever reason. But I've said before, when people talk about Somerville looking moody and having an attitude problem, good old favorite one, I'm saying there's nothing like that. There's nothing in there with Cree, nothing at all. And he's showing it with his words, and his actions are matching too. So I just wanted to bring that to light with Cree Somerville. Love to hear it. And I believe he will be here past January. I'm just saying, if an eye-watering team come in, we'll see. But I do believe he will be here. I think that is it in terms of that. Oh no, I just wanted to update people that go away, because we've had a few fixture changes. So just letting you know here, in case you haven't seen, that Leeds United versus Ipswich, Sky Sports have made their changes. And of course, Leeds United are part of those changes. When are we not? But Leeds United versus Ipswich Town just before Christmas Eve will be on at 12:30. That's a home game, so hopefully that doesn't affect too many people. The one that it may affect is the Preston North End away, Tuesday the 26th of December, Boxing Day, 12:30. So I don't know if that's going to affect any of the away fans' traveling plans, but you got over a month and a bit to get that sorted. Hopefully you can, but I can understand how much of a headache. Keep it clean. A headache that is. So it's not ideal. And then of course we've got an away game against West Brom on Friday, the 29th of December in the evening. So again, just adjust your plans accordingly for that for any of the away fans that are traveling. And that will be it, people. That will be it for the preview. I will be back live for the match reaction. So keep it locked here. Put the notification bell on so you know when I'm going live. And yeah, give me your thoughts, score predictions, and what you would do with the team against Plymouth. Do you think this is going to be an easy 3 points, or do you think this could be a potential banana skin? We will see. Thank you for watching, people. Till the next time, peace out.